On the edge of a forgotten village, perched atop a desolate hill, stood an imposing mansion known to the locals as the Whispering House. Its silhouette against the grey skies was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Generations had grown up hearing the harrowing tales associated with the house. Few dared to approach, and those who did seldom returned unchanged. The whispers, soft, chilling voices that seemed to call out from its very walls, had earned it its ominous name. In the late 1800s, Rajesh Varma, a wealthy but unscrupulous merchant, commissioned the mansion. He spared no expense in its construction, importing the finest materials and artisans. The house was his fortress, a monument to his insatiable greed. But Rajesh was not content with wealth alone. Whispers of his involvement in dark rituals began circulating. It was said he sought to bind supernatural forces to his will, ensuring his prosperity for generations to come. One fateful night, a storm ravaged the village below. Thunder cracked, and lightning illuminated the hilltop mansion, where eerie chanting could be heard. By dawn, the storm had passed, but the house was silent. Rajesh, his family, and his servants had vanished without a trace. The only remnants of their presence were strange symbols etched into the walls and the whispers that began that very night. The house quickly fell into disrepair. Villagers avoided the hill, claiming they could hear faint voices when the wind blew from its direction. Those brave enough to venture near reported an oppressive atmosphere and shadows that moved without cause. Stories of the Whispering House grew, turning it into a legend of terror. In 2015, curiosity got the better of a group of paranormal investigators. Armed with cameras, microphones, and motion sensors, they set out to uncover the truth. As they ascended the hill, the air grew colder and a sense of unease settled over them. The mansion loomed larger with each step, its broken windows resembling hollow eyes, watching their every move. Inside, the air was heavy with decay and an unshakable sense of dread. The whispers started almost immediately. At first, they were faint, indistinguishable murmurs. As the investigators moved deeper into the house, the voices grew louder and clearer. They called out names, some familiar, others unknown. One member of the group, Arjun, froze as he heard his own name spoken in a chilling, childlike voice. "Did you hear that?" he whispered, his voice trembling. The others nodded, their faces pale. The whispers seemed to be coming from all around them, emanating from the very walls. They set up their equipment in the grand hall, where a massive dust-covered chandelier hung precariously. Motion sensors began to detect movement, though no one was near them. Cameras captured fleeting shadows darting across the room. As the night deepened, the whispers turned to wails, mournful cries that echoed through the house. The team's equipment recorded chilling EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. One voice stood out among the rest, a deep, commanding tone that seemed to address the group direct. "Leave!" it growled. "This is not your place." Despite their fear, the investigators pressed on. They discovered a hidden staircase leading to the basement. The air grew colder as they descended, the whispers now accompanied by the faint sound of weeping. In the dim light of their flashlights, they found themselves in a room filled with strange artifacts, candles, jars of unidentifiable substances, and an altar bearing the same symbols etched into the mansion's walls. One of the investigators, Priya, reached out to touch the altar. The moment her fingers brushed its surface, a deafening roar filled the room, and the whispers turned into anguished screams. The team fled, their equipment abandoned in their haste. As they reached the door, they saw a message scratched into the wood. "Leave and never return." The investigators left the hill that night, but they were never the same. Arjun began experiencing vivid nightmares of shadowy figures standing at the foot of his bed. Priya reported hearing whispers wherever she went, even in broad daylight. The footage they recovered from their cameras only deepened the mystery. Shadows moved independently, and faint faces appeared in the mirrors, their expressions twisted in agony. The Whispering House remains untouched to this day, a testament to the power of the unknown. Locals still hear the whispers, louder and more insistent with each passing year. Some believe the spirits of the Varma family are trapped, victims of Rajesh's dark ambitions. Others think the house itself is alive, feeding on the fear of those who dare to approach. Would you step inside the Whispering House on the hill? Or will you heed its chilling warning and stay far away? The choice, as always, is yours. But remember, some doors are better left unopened.